hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainers? So today I'm coming to y'all with another video. We doing Hollywood Hot Topics. Okay, before I get started, make sure I hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Okay, first I wanted to get into y'all is Milagros, because of course it has to do with a little bit of what I do. Okay, new media. That's the new term, child. Thanks, Milagros. No shade, you took one for the team, babes. A lot of people don't know what this literally has put into effect. I'm going to play a video of this content creator that explains it very well. She goes by the name is I'm Not a Lawyer, but that breaks down what basically this means. Because to me, this is more of a win for Milagros than Megan even realizes. Because if she's considered as media, then she has more protection than somebody that's just coming online, just making up stuff. And this is why I always say it's very important to own your brand and own your name. No shade. I own Evner Entertainment. Okay, so this is why it's extremely important to do that, because if not, there's a lot of things that certain people could come for you for if you do not own your name, you do not have that protection.
But today, a jury awarded Meg Thee Stallion thousands of dollars in damages in her lawsuit against blogger Milagro Grams. And while it is overall a win for Meg, before the verdict, Milagro's team made an interesting argument regarding Milagro's status as a media defendant and why the defamation claim should be thrown out. And the jury seemed to agree with her. So let me give you the recap as to why this media defendant status could change how much Milagro has to pay out. So quick refresher, Meg was suing Milagro for defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and promotion of an AI video that was depicting Meg in an intimate act. And this all stems from Tory Lanez shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the foot.
Which, by the way, like that whole deep fake video situation, I feel like that's what really got her into more trouble. Like how I see this situation, before I continue this video, I feel like both are to blame. I feel like Megan plays the victim a lot and knows that in courts, she is the victor. She gonna take that W every time. And I feel like Milagros took it too far. You sharing that video, knowing the world that we live in regards to AI, she should not have done that. Period, point blank. Whether she was the creator of that video, but you resharing it to me was so stupid of her to do. Period, point blank. I feel like there's no debate in that. Like, you knowing that wasn't her in that video and sharing it, retweeting it, whatever, you got to be smarter than that, knowing that certain people are watching you because they know that you're connected to certain people they may not mess with. I'm just saying.
And the commentary that Milagro had before, during, and after Tory's criminal trial. Now let's get to why this defamation claim is seemingly going to be thrown out. So in Florida, which is where this lawsuit was filed, if a defendant is qualified as media, meaning someone who acts as a journalist or news outlet, they get a special legal protection. It basically means that if you are deemed media, before someone can sue you for defamation, they first have to send you a formal notice that they plan to sue you so that you have the chance to correct or retract whatever you said. And if you really are deemed media by the court and you are never served that notice, that defamation suit or claim against you could be thrown out entirely. You see where I'm going? Well, for this case, Milagro's team argued that she is media. They said her online moniker, Milagro Grams, is trademarked as entertainment. They said her platform, Mob Radio, is a registered LLC. They said she has a contract with Station Head for Mob's Radio. She's interviewed public figures like Judge Joe Brown, Nicki Minaj, and Bia. And she's appeared on, moderated, and been featured on panel discussion and commentary-styled shows, all of which they say shows that she is a media defendant. Yet, she was never served the formal notice from Meg's team, which means she was never given the opportunity to retract or change what she said. And therefore, her team argued that the defamation claim must be dismissed. Now, Meg's team, on the other hand, argued that Milagro is not media. They said she has said herself that she's not a journalist or a reporter. And at one point she said, quote, "I shouldn't be regarded as a news source any damn way." And so Meg's team says they were never required to serve her this notice. And so that became a big question for this case. Is Milagro truly a media defendant? and the judge left that question up to the jurors. The jurors had to answer a few questions regarding if Milagro was acting as a media outlet when she made the defamatory statements against Meg. And for context, some of the defamatory statements were, all this case taught anyone was that your father, brother, cousin, or son could face over 20 years in prison without proper evidence, a botched investigation, and another likely suspect just because non-credible witnesses said you did something and y'all slow asses cheering. Another statement, I believe that this is exactly how they feel about you, Megan. I believe that this is exactly how they feel about you. We know you a lying ass hoe and you have absolutely ruined Tori's life. Another statement, was Megan Thee Stallion caught trying to deceive the courts again? And some of the other statements were, let me go find this receipt of Megan's ex-bestie telling me she wasn't effing T. Ferris, that's her guardian. And another statement, what is Megan's mental status? Does she have a guardian or not? Has she been listed as a capable person? Has she ever been deemed like legally the R word? Like anything of that nature, anything of the sort? And then more statements. You ought to be somewhere for your alleged crimes, drunkie. Why do you even speak? Like, does your liver even function well? And another statement, Miss P comes from a family of alcoholics because the fact of the matter is you have a grandfather that was an alcoholic.
See, this is the stuff I'm talking about. How do you know this to be true? One thing about it, I don't care what nobody say. A lot of people are like, I've seen a lot of people in the comments like, oh, it's going to set a new precedent. Blah, 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 blah. Anything, not for me. Sorry. Because one thing about it, y'all know this, and I say this all the time. Anything I say on this channel, what does it come out to be? What? True. What do I usually have? Proof. I don't care what nobody say. Okay? I'm not going to ever come on here and say something I'm not 100% sure about at all. The Discord people know, so I ain't got to say too much because y'all done seen stuff that y'all never show on here. You feel me? So it's like there's just certain things that you do not say if you do not have 100% proof on, like paper evidence, screenshots, pictures, valid. So that to me is what Milagros failed on, because she was saying a lot of things that were extremely defamatory without any proof, allegations without any proof. And also another thing I feel like she did wrong, she also would kind of like, I remember during the whole Megan situation with Tori, she would insinuate, and a little bit afterwards, her being in contact, like one of the statements said, Megan's as bestie. Why are you stating your sources? You don't ever state your sources about who told you this and that person told you that. Just present the information, because what that to me does is whoever you're talking or speaking about, that's going to, one, anger them because they're going to know you're friends with such and such, and that's going to put you in a pit because they know that you're cool and you're talking to such and such, and they're going to try to get you because they know you're friends and cool with such and such. So I feel like Milagros to me got caught up a little bit in being a little bit of a groupie and being in the in crowd and letting us know that she knows this person and that person and alleging things with no proof. And they got caught up in this trouble. That's what I feel about it. But once again, this is where Megan loses me. I'm going to show y'all in one post. This is where Megan loses me. And it has nothing to do with the case. I'm going to show y'all. Wait on it, y'all. This is where she loses me. This. It cannot be that serious if you're doing a photo shoot. I'm sorry. You cannot have been that emotionally bound if you're doing a photo shoot. I'm sorry. I'm talking about each day you were in the court, you had time to photo shoot down. That to me is very questionable. I do not think, just in my humble opinion, that's not me alleging anything, that she had to go to therapy because of anything Milagro said. It's no shade. Maybe the deep corn situation, but any statements that Milagro said, I do not think it pushed her into getting therapy. I don't think Megan cares that much. I think she cared enough that this girl kept running her mouth, and she was talking to Tori's dad, talking to Tori and all these people that she do not mess with. That's why she really cared. Because you got to think about it. She could have taken so much people on the internet to court. Because let's not act like Milagros is out here one of the biggest content creators with the biggest bags out here. No shade. against Milagros. But there's other creators that are way bigger than her that have said very negative things about Megan that she has not taken to court. So y'all got to put two and two together and realize why she did that. It's because who she was associated and speaking to. That's just my opinion. But this is why Megan, I don't feel 100% bad for her, because you cannot have taken this that serious and felt that bad about yourself in this case and seeing this situation as such a trauma for you if you had time to literally do a photo shoot. Like, this is like a campaign. That's just how I feel about it. Let's continue.
Absolutely ruined Tory's life. Another statement was Megan Thee Stallion caught trying to deceive the courts again? And some of the other statements were, let me go find this receipt of Megan's ex-bestie telling me she wasn't effing T. Ferris. That's her guardian. And another statement, what is Megan's mental status? Does she have a guardian or not? Has she been listed as a capable person? Has she ever been deemed like legally the R word? Like anything?
See, these are things, this is what I'm talking about. You saying stuff like that, you cannot prove stuff like that. I get she was going off and she was doing her thing and boop, bop, 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 bop. But unless you're stating an opinion, you can't be stating stuff like this. Like, what? I just don't get it.
Of that nature, anything of the sort. And then more statements. You ought to be somewhere for your alleged crimes, drunkie. Why do you even speak? Like, does your liver even function well? And another statement, Miss Pete comes from a family of alcoholics, because the fact of the matter is you have a grandfather that was an alcoholic. Was your daddy on drugs, or was he in and out of the system? What was that? Do you want to talk about that? Is stealing worse than drugs? So
it's like, unless you have factual evidence of that, court records of that, then why are you speaking on that? You get what I'm saying? I still stand by the fact that if she was not associated with certain people, this would not have happened. But Megan, babe, you did not do this because of trauma. I don't care who y'all want to argue with in the comments. This was not done because of trauma. This was done out of pure petty. No kidding.
Those are the defamatory statements. But again, the question is Milagro considered media? So here is how the court defined a media defendant. The instructions given to the juror said that a media defendant is someone who is engaged in the dissemination of news and information to the public in order to initiate uninhibited, robust, and wide open debate on public issues. And so the questions the jurors had to answer was, number one, if during the time period when Milagro made the statements I just read, was she providing disinterested and neutral commentary rather than advocacy for a particular client or personal interest? And to this question, the juror said no. When she was providing those statements, she was not providing neutral commentary. The next question, and this is all on the verdict form that they had to answer, was during the time period when Milagro was making the statements, was she regularly disseminating news or information to the public rather than making a one-time video or comment? And to this question, the juror said, yes, she was regularly disseminating information. Question number 3 was, during the time period, was Milagro impartially disseminating information? And to this, the juror said no. She was not impartially disseminating information. The next question was, during the time period, was Milagro operating for the purpose of informing the public about matters of public concern through news, reporting, analysis, or commentary? They said yes. The next question was, during the period, do you find that Milagro was functioning in a manner similar to traditional news media, such as newspapers, magazines, TV, radio, and other online equivalents? And to this question, the juror said yes. She was basically like other media outlets. And then the final question was, do you, the juror?
And that's where she took a W. This is why I said what I said in the beginning. This is where she took the W, where she's considered that new media.
Jurors find that Milagro should be treated as a media defendant with regards to the statements she made in this case. And to this question, the juror said yes, she should be treated as media. So while some of those questions went back and forth, the final question seems pretty clear. And the judge previously said that the final judgment would reflect if the jury considered Milagro media or not. And so in layman's terms, what that means is, while the numbers on this verdict form total 75,000, 16,000 of that is for the defamation claim. So if the defamation claim is thrown out, as the judge indicated she would do, if the jurors found Milagro to be media, that means Meg would really walk away with 59,000, 75 minus 16. But
now, there's been some updates since all this information has come out. Recently, Megan just tweeted basically that everybody's lying again and we need to be patient and read, she says, okay? She tweeted, "Thank you. He did go lying again as usual." Now, this is an immediate release from Milagro's team and her attorneys. It's in Miami-Dade County, Florida. While many outlets are reporting that Ms. Cooper was found liable for defamation, the final judgment of the court is that Ms. Cooper is not liable for defamation. Ms. Cooper ultimately prevailed on Mrs. Pete's leading accusations, defamation, and the jury awarded an nominal amount of damages compared to millions of dollars Ms. Pete demanded from Ms. Cooper's throughout the course of the litigation. Juries are called to make difficult decisions on complicated questions of law and fact. While we do not agree completely with the jury's verdict, we respect its verdict, and we thank the jury for giving their time and attention for more than 2 weeks. No shade, I would have been real irritated if I got picked for jury duty. Yo, I don't just do this YouTube stuff. I got me do other stuff. I got time. I would have been pissed. Oh, I would have been pissed. No shade. I would have been able to cover it. Don't get me wrong, but like, Miss Pete and her attorneys asked the jury to send a message to the community by awarding Miss Pete with an astronomical amount of damages. Indeed, the jury rejected Miss Pete's request and refused to send any such message as shown by the nominal damages. Miss Pete recovered. Evidently, the jury did not believe that Miss Cooper was the sole cause of Miss Pete's emotional distress, and that is reflected in their verdict. The jury's verdict also reminds us all you cannot sue media defendants without providing the proper due process, which is what's the creator that I showed in the beginning, I'm not a lawyer, but mentioned where she should have been warned that, she can be sued with some of the stuff that she's stating online and to basically retract her statements. We remain proud of the defense we presented and of Mrs. Cooper's willingness to stand up for her voice. The broader questions about protecting online speech, defining the boundary between opinion and defamation, and safeguarding independent creators will continue to be critically important. Ms. Cooper claims her rightful position as a new media commentator, talk show host, and personality. No shade, that's pretty fresh to you, Milagros. Good one. Like, sis said, "I'm the new Wendy Williams, babe. Tasha K, move over, okay? I am that girl in media." I took a break, but I'm back. Like, that to me is very, very funny. I really see where they're doing, what their angle is legally with this. And it's so funny how they're going about this with this press release. And then it says a law firm dedicated. It puts the law firm down at the bottom. Now, Megan's legal team issued a statement claiming Milagros will be required to cover costs of Megan's legal bills on the deepfake video claim. They said December 1st, 2025. Today, the jury presided over Megan Thee Stallion's lawsuit against Milagros Grams in the Southern District of Florida, found defendant Milagro liable for all 3 counts: defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and promotion of an altered SEX depiction for spreading false and harmful misinformation on social media. You know, another thing I wanted to mention, y'all been seeing them fake videos and pictures of Diddy with them gay inmates. I've been seeing the TMZ watermark all over those videos. I understand that TMZ was not the one that put that out there, and that there's people that are placing AI type of videos out there of it, because of course it's fake. This is why AI is very dangerous, and this is why I feel like Milagros, she dead ass wrong for what she did. Because, girl, somebody could have easily did that to you. That AI thing, I don't find it funny. I think it's like horrible, because there are some people out there that they're not good with technology, and they're not good with kind of seeing what's real and the difference from what's real and what's fake, that they will dead ass see something that's fake and believe it. You have people in the comments talking about, oh my God, look at Diddy. I knew he was a punk. Like, how could y'all not see that's fake? The man had a gray wig with pigtails. Like, these are the things that irritate me. And this is why people need to know how bad and horrible AI and deepfake videos and all of that stuff are. Like, it really is starting to confuse people. The jury found that Milagros deliberately harmed Megan with her malicious conduct on social media, resulting the jury awarding Megan with $75,000. Additionally, under Florida law, Megan's liability for reposting the deepfake video will also require her to reimburse Megan for legal fees. We're thankful for the jury's commitment to reinforcing the importance of truth, accountability, and responsible commentary on social media. Megan's attorneys, Mari Henderson, said, not only is Milagro being held accountable for paying Megan's compensatory and punitive damages, but Florida's free shifting legal provision will require her to cover costs of Megan's legal bills on the deepfake claim. The verdict sends a clear message that spreading dangerous misinformation carries significant consequences. Contrary to public statements issued by Milagro's attorneys, the court has not issued a final judgment regarding to the defamation count. The judge will make a final ruling and determine the entire financial amount that Milagros will be required to pay Megan, inclusive of legal bills and the defamation count at a later date. Megan's legal team has also submitted a formal letter to Milagros' team counsel highlighting their blatant misrepresentation of the jury's verdict, noting they are continuing to post defamatory content and requesting they retract the comments immediately. So Megan's basically saying, Attica, order the court, okay? That they basically are still lying. My whole thing is with this, Milagros' team shouldn't have put out no statement like this. What's legal is legal, okay? Now, we even had Megan Cuniff with her Bob and basically reposted the statement and tweeted it as well, which had then Megan tweeting at it and said, thank you, here they go lying as usual. If you want real media / news, know how to be patient and know how to read, okay? From what it sounds like, from the whole gist of it, it doesn't look, once again, she's not going to have to pay the full $75K. She's going to have to pay at least that $59,000, but she is still going to have to pay legal fees. So that may add up to probably up to that $75,000. So I don't know why Milagros' team would put out a statement like that, making it seem like she was like innocent and everything, which that's not the case. Because actual media, like other media outlets, are reporting that amount, that $59,000. So I don't know. I don't know why she's putting that out there. Now, when it comes to content creation and just people saying stuff, once again, y'all, I don't know about nobody else. I'm talking about me, Pierre, Evner Entertainment. That way, I don't come on here and say anything unless I know it's factual, unless I have receipts, unless I know that person is 100% reliable. Y'all have seen me do this time and time again. Everything I've said and alleged on here always have come out to be true. Every single time. So this whole situation, I know some people try to make it seem like it's scaring content creators. It doesn't scare me a bit. It's no shade. Like I just feel like I operate in a way to where I know how to entertain, but not go overboard to where others may feel so, hurt that they may want to sue me. I've never gotten a cease and desist from Lemmy Pop Bar. I've never gotten a cease and desist from The Nun. Never got a cease and desist from Sprawlin'. None of the girlies. None of the sorts. I just feel like I don't do too much. Okay? I say what I know for facts. I may say allegedly afterwards just to protect myself, even though I know it's 100% true most of the time. So this whole situation this is to me like an isolated incident. I just feel like Milagros didn't move as smartly as she should have with some of the stuff that she was doing. I think she was so hurt that Tori was behind bars, her friend was behind bars, so she was doing anything in her power to make sure that Megan felt that. And it cost her this amount. But the amount of money that she's going to have to pay back, like no shade, if you know how to hustle correctly, it ain't too bad of a loss. And she could always file for bankruptcy. I can guarantee you Tasha K is probably counseling her if they are on good terms, which I thought I saw online that they were. No shade. She's probably going to counsel her and make sure that she files that bankruptcy. And that way she could be okay in regards to her debt. So in the grand scheme of things, did Megan really win? Not really. This isn't a Cardi B victory. Now, if this was a Cardi B victory with millions, then, you know, Megan could be throwing a party, a hottie party. But this, it's a okay of a W. It's not a heavyweight W. The lawyers, you know, weren't, you know, doing high fives. Okay. All right, let me know what y'all think down below about that one, because of course it includes, you know, content creators. All right, now let's talk Todd. I'm very disappointed, y'all. I'm so sad. Y'all know how I was rooting for Todd and Kandi to not have a nasty divorce, but it's looking like it's heading down that path. It's just not sitting right with me, y'all. Now, this is coming from Us Weekly. They're saying estranged husband Todd Tucker is demanding primary custody of two of their kids in divorce court. On Wednesday, November 26th, Tucker filed a response to the divorce petition that Burruss filed. He said their two children are currently in his care and residing with him in Georgia, while Burruss, 49, handles out-of-state work obligations. This, you know, if Todd, he got a lot of nerve, because y'all know I'm Team Kandi. Todd, you big-headed bastard. Because I feel like, if we're going to be honest, Kandi has always been a hustler since the day she was born. So for you to make it seem as if she's never in state just out of nowhere or something like that, because to me, this is what this statement is sounding like. You knew this going into the marriage, and you knew this getting with her. She's a celebrity. She travels a lot. I don't get what's hard about that to like understand and comprehend. It's not like she became a star when she met you. We've been knew her. Damn, Natalie was right. Oh my God. Y'all remember Natalie with Natalie? I mean, talking about Natalie Nunn, y'all. Y'all remember Natalie from Housewives? She was just like, you know, Todd is like a mover and a shaker. Okay, Todd knows how to hustle through things. Damn it. See, y'all was over there doing the stanky leg on Natalie, knowing damn well she was right the whole time. Oh my God. Y'all remember that scene where Faye just started doing the little I know Kandi would cringe to watch that scene back, because now all the things she was saying turned out to be true. Tucker admitted that he signed a prenuptial agreement before getting hitched. Hitched is crazy. On April 4, 2014, but suggested he was pressured into signing it without his lawyers around. However, Tucker's lawyer said the agreement was presented to Tucker without Tucker having counsel, even though Burruss then had counsel communicate previously with Tucker's team regarding a potential prenuptial agreement. First of all, I don't care what nobody say. When it comes to any document, and we're going to take this to the cabaret, it don't matter if legal counsel is around. Babe, you signed it. What are you talking about? You shouldn't have signed it if you didn't know what you was reading and what was in the document. Don't ever sign something without knowing what's in it. So, hello. I don't like that. I find that to be very weird what Todd is doing. I feel like it's very manipulative how he did Kandi at this point, because you kind of set out an end date for the marriage, because it's very strange how this is all happening around the 10-year mark. It's very peculiar how this is happening all around the 10-year mark. So it's as if you plan this out. This doesn't seem like over time, you know, things happen, you got fed up. It seems like this was a planned out situation. You guys can't blame it about being on the show, because Kandi's been off the show now for what, two seasons now? So it can't be because of the show. I feel like it's attributed to finances. Once those restaurants started closing down, I can pretty much guess that their relationship started to detour, especially when Old Lady Gang in those restaurants, they started to close down, and also when the restaurants started to get into legal issues as well. when it comes to the ratings of them, the cleanliness of them. I feel like that started a lot of issues between them, because y'all got to understand, both of them at the end of the day are business people. Todd is very business savvy. Kandi, of course, is business savvy. So their kryptonite would be a failed business. So if both of them are in a business together and it's failing, they're not going to have the other to rely on, because they're both not in a well emotional state, because the business is failing that's attached to both of their names. Y'all get what I'm saying? So this is why I feel like you should not ever go into business with your partner. I am a big believer in that. I don't think it ever works out. I feel like it causes headaches, jealousy, envy, ugliness, all of that, especially in a marriage. And Kandi kind of mentions this too on Amazon Live. Like, she would insinuate it like throughout the months leading up to this, and she would say how like financially, it took a big hit. They took a big hit because inflation has gotten so bad to the point where like not everybody's willing to just spend a lot of money on food and willing to spend a lot of money on things that are not necessities. So that then caused a lot of failed businesses when it comes to Blaze and then also Old Lady Gang. So the whole situation to me is sad, but I feel like for you to try to request primary custody, that's a new level of low. Because one thing Kandi don't play about is her family. Like, you can say a lot of things about her, say she's selfish and this and that and buka baka ba, but to primary is crazy. Like, really, knowing damn well Kandi has enough money to hire the best top tier babysitter, the best top tier nanny, to be able to watch her child when she goes and does a press interview and they be in the next room over. I don't like that. That to me just feels very sick to me. Like, that's a new level of love. Okay, it really is. Because once again, you knew who she was going into the relationship with her. She was not a stranger. She wasn't a random bitch on the street. She created Scrubs, which you're acting like one. Anyways, 50 Cent has been promoting his new docuseries that he's going to be dropping on Diddy, which I am going to be recapping. I can't wait for it to drop, y'all. Let me not say nothing. I gotta watch my mouth because I don't want to jinx nothing. I shut up here. But I can't wait. Anyways, but the docuseries, y'all, drops soon on December 2nd, and he's been going to promote the docuseries. And I don't know about y'all, but 50 Cent, you're pure BS. I don't care what nobody say. This docuseries, right? They put up a sneak peek on it when he went to ABC, and it shows footage which I guess it was not authorized by Diddy to be released, because Diddy now, his counsel has now put out a statement saying those videos were not authorized to be out there. It shows him going around hugging people, shaking people's hands, and he's caught in the audio saying, "Oh, I need to wash my hands and take a bath after being in contact with all these people." I'm trying to see what he said that was wrong. 50 Cent gonna have the nerve to tell Robin on Good Morning America, "Oh, that's the type of person he was." So you mean to tell me he was a type of person who wants to be clean? I'm confused. You hugging over 100 people and shaking their hands and stuff. I would want a hot shower too. What the heck? Like, what does this prove? To me, 50 Cent's obsession over Diddy is a little weird. I don't care what nobody say. I get the whole baby mama thing. A couple of trolling posts is fine, but to take it as far as to make a docuseries, to me, is like, you gotta kind of not have a life to do that. I'm sorry. The man is already in jail, and y'all know I don't agree with anything that he has done. I feel like he got the correct sentence. He's serving his time. He shouldn't get out any earlier than the time that he has gotten. But anything further than that, you're doing too much. I'm sorry. Like, it's too much. Like, what are you gaining from this? Like, what are you really gaining from this? The troll posts were funny. No shade. The one with him walking down the runway in them heels, in them tight ass pants, like that was the key. You know what I mean? But it's like, what else? What else is out there that we already do not know? So there would be nothing that would be shocking to me in this docuseries. That's why I'm so excited to watch it, because it's like I don't see anything coming from it that we already don't know. We already know all the wild stuff. We already know all the freak off stuff from the courts. Like, I don't know. Anyways, y'all, Dr. Jackie on Married to Medicine made a shocking statement to a new cast member and asked her, is her thyroid enlarged? I don't know. Dr. Jackie, y'all, is very shady. I feel like Dr. Jackie gets away with a lot because she's one of the oldest there. Because to me, I didn't find this appropriate. Like, you're out in a public setting, you're around other people. I don't care if she's a medical, because this new cast member, she's a medical professional herself. I don't care, because I've seen some people in my comments are like, oh, she's a medical professional. She's just asking her something. You don't ask something like that in public. You just don't. It just that's too much. That's too much. Had that have been Dr. Heavenly that have done that, you guys would have given her so much backlash. Y'all would have called her all sorts of ghetto. But because it's Dr. Jackie, she gets a free pass. And I'm sick of giving Dr. Jackie a free pass. She needs to be held accountable just as much as the other cast members. And one thing about it too, Married to Medicine is so underrated. And I'm sick of it being so underrated because they actually put their lives out there on the line. I did watch the premiere episode. I have a little bit of thoughts on it. Toya, you are going to drive yourself to a divorce. It's so sad watching it. This man works so hard, and you have the nerve to literally sit there and complain about the fact that he works so far away. But guess why he works so far away? To keep up your rich ass lifestyle. I feel like Toya is so ungrateful. Eugene needs prayer. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, he needs deep prayer. It's so sad how she treats him. Like, how dare you complain about this man working? Do y'all see the house y'all live in? Y'all done move every year since 2019. Like, what the heck you want the man to do? Like, it'd be so sad to me because it's like, I know housewives in real life. And one thing they don't do is complain about their man working, because they know that's how the bills get paid. You don't complain about that. You shut up and you clean. You know what I'm saying? And not even in a misogynistic way, but it's just, Toya to me has gone away with so much in regards to that marriage and the way that she treats him that it's starting to get hard to watch now, because it's like, it's been so many years of her kind of demasculating him. Called it, like, low-key calling him a bitch without saying the word bitch. I just don't like that. Okay. Pretty much the premiere episode to me, and it showed me how Heavenly's needed and that sorry was not needed, because I didn't miss her not one bit. I feel like that was a smart move to take her off of there. I kind of wish Angel was bumped up to a bigger like a main role to kind of see what she would do, but I think they gave her a chance and maybe she didn't live up to live up to the position. So we'll see. Now, Masika Kalisha, she has come out and talked about all the criticism that she's been getting for dating Bino so quickly after her husband has passed away. If y'all do not know, once again, y'all, her husband and her were separated before she moved on. Okay?
And I've been separated for 2 years. So I waited for a funeral to do what? Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, are you cool? Or like, no? And then you want to ask, wait, so why was I crying? Because we were separated? That means I wanted him to die? Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, are you fucking stupid? Because my heart is fucking broken. Because my kids will never see their dad again. Because the person that I fucking talk to every day, whether I'm happy or sad or mad, whether we're getting along or arguing, is no longer here. Mm-hmm. So when I thought that I would be dealing with our kids for the rest of our lives, Christmas, we try to celebrate together. Thanksgiving. What are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? No, I'm not okay. I'm fucking not. I'm far from okay. What was the dynamic before he passed? Great. We had just taken the baby to Disney for her birthday. We just took the kids to Ruth Chris for dinner. We did a family photo shoot where me and the girls were fairies. He was a damn gnome. We were on FaceTime with him less than 2 hours before the accident. Like, just because we were separated and no longer living together as a couple, I'm not supposed to be sad. Like, this man comes to my house all the time to bring the kids, to take out the trash, to play with the kids. Like, are y'all okay? Anything. I'm sharing memories that I know he would want to be shown. I'm not acting like a damn thing. I'm taking it day by day.
Here's the thing with Masika. I don't feel like people are mad that she moved on. It's how she's going about it on social media. The plowing around and the twisting around with Bino is what's rubbing the people the wrong way. It's as if she's celebrating instead of grieving. And another thing too, it's the person that she's with. This man is a clout monster. That's the problem. This man was just with Krishan, and he's been exposing Krishan on every interview that he's done. So that's why people are coming at her about the whole situation, because it's who she's with too. That's like the biggest thing. Had it been any other dude, I feel like people wouldn't have reacted so harshly. And another thing too, a lot of people are not informed. Let's go back to the Vegas situation, because they do not know that she was separated with him before that. Like, they were in the process of getting a divorce. The brother even exposed that as well when he was coming at her about the whole divorce situation. So people just see it online and they see her and Vino, like, oh my God, and they are in the studio. So they automatically assume, like, damn, she a 304. Like, damn, girl, like, you didn't even let the body get cold before you out here stalking and rocking. So that's why she's getting a backlash. It's because of the social media. This is why she shouldn't have posted all of that stuff. And another reason why she's getting a backlash too is because the alleged things about Bino. The things that his baby mother alleged. Okay? A lot of things the baby mother alleged about him. So with all of that combined, that's why she's getting a backlash. So I don't know why she's surprised, because it's really an easy answer, to be honest. It's misinformation and the person that you with. Now, this former NFL player, has been getting a lot of backlash because he went to dinner with Russell Wilson and then he did a podcast. I need you straight niggas to get off these podcasts. Can y'all just leave it for the punks to the garage? Because y'all always end up putting y'all foot in your mouths. Like, y'all always end up saying some dumbass, like, man, how you go to somebody's house and then you talk bad about the people that were there, who they didn't have, who they did have, and you eating at their house on Thanksgiving. That is so diabolical. As a straight male, is crazy.
So no, you know, like, bro, I come from a traditional country ass black family.
We doing that.
If I got as much money as Russell Wilson, my whole family would talk about me so bad if I ain't fly everybody out there for Thanksgiving. And I'm sponsored by an airline.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not close to his family.
And maybe he not. But his mama wasn't there. Sisters wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even though, like, it's still weird to me. I'm just still, even if you don't food with your family, like, it's still weird to me on Thanksgiving. My family gonna do the food. This is what we gonna. If you the one with the money, we coming to your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me
that part.
That's what we gonna do. So
Yeah.
to get over there and catch Russell Wilson, like, him is literally him, Sierra Daddy, me, Noonie, Baby Future, the chef, and 2 nannies, and 3 dogs. And Baby Future at that time was bad as hell. He catered. So no, you know, like, bro, I come from a traditional country ass black.
That was, oh my God. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. That to me is so crazy. Like, this is why you really don't, and I'll be so decisive and so particular about people I talk to or let people know certain information, because people are weird like this. You literally ate with this man and had the nerve to talk about the man afterwards. Not only would I have blocked you, I would have cussed you out, and then blocked you. Okay? Literally. And sent a cease and desist to your bitch ass to know stop playing with me. Because it's like, I don't get what was the point in telling anybody this at all. And for you to be, and this isn't just regular people. It's not like you ate over some reality star's house. Like, this is Sierra you're eating down and cutting bread with. You're a nobody compared to them. This was diabolical. Okay? Let me know what y'all think down below about this video. What do y'all think about this whole Milagros thing? Because I really want to hear y'all opinion about it. Do y'all feel like Megan was justified in taking her to court? Because I really feel like she did it not because of trauma. I don't think she did it because of trauma. I don't think she did it for the money. I think she did it to, one, prove a point, and two, who Milagros was associated with, which is Tori's father and Tori. Okay? Let me know what y'all think down below, and we're out, babies.